welcome
to New Entry Wrestling Podcast, baby. Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Sexy Ian. Well, my co-host, Ever. What it do, baby?
Hey Ian, hey listeners out there, how you guys doing? Yeah, before listeners, before we get started, please go check out our merch store at teespring.com. We're also looking at other options as well. Search for New Entry Wrestling Podcast. We got pretty cool shirts. We got face masks and posters and much more. Also follow us on Instagram at New Entry Wrestling Pod. Thank you. And now also on YouTube. Look up for New Entry Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, buddy. Before we, today's special is going to be special. It's going to be very special.
Yes.
Tongue twist. Anyways, we're going to be talking about the great one, the People's Champ, The Rock. But before we get that started, you want to do a little recap on what's going on with the wrestling world ever forever.
Yeah, I mean,
what's been going on? I've been too busy watching Friends because I don't have any friends.
WWE released some people, some people I knew, some people I didn't know, some people I cared about.
Vaccary. I can't believe they released her.
Taya Vaccary,
they did her bogus.
Killer Cross, Scarlett Bordeaux,
Keith Lee.
And everybody else I really didn't really follow, or I didn't know they were employed.
Are you surprised with Taya Vaccary and Killer Cross and Keith Lee?
I mean, I think the writing was on the wall.
Right.
Well, Keith Lee had health issues. I'm like, they probably would have released him for health issues.
True.
And then Killer Cross, they turned him into what? He was a killer. NXT, we went to Raw, he wore a mask, and he's battling jobbers. And then Taya Vaccary, well, I'm surprised about her the most, because she had a title shot, right, 2 weeks before. Right. So for her, I'm like, she would have gone for another title shot.
But didn't they reschedule her title shot?
Yeah, originally, yeah. So it's kind of so for me, I think the most surprising was Taya Vaccary or Frankie Monet. Everybody else, I was like, it was kind of obviously it sucks, but at the same time, it's kind of the writing on the wall kind of thing. I kind of saw it. I didn't think it was gonna happen right away, but I knew it was gonna happen eventually down the road. They're gonna be like, I'm gone, or they'll leave on their own accord too.
I was hoping. I don't care. Obviously, besides, let's face it, because they're they lost their jobs and stuff like that, but they're still getting paid because they're still under contract.
Yeah,
and these are people who are they're gonna find work.
Yeah, they will.
There's some wrestlers where it's they don't have a big name like that, and they were just jobbers. Those are the ones that kind of concern me, because it's are they gonna find work?
Or just go find a different line of work too.
Yeah,
you
that's
don't have
true.
To be a wrestler. You could be a insurance agent, or start doing cryptocurrency or something. I don't know.
But yeah, Taya Vaccary, I just hope she goes back to TNA, Impact Wrestling. Keith Lee, Killer Cross needs to go back to Impact. I kind of understand why he left, because he felt like they weren't using him properly. But it's dude, you just started in the business. It's you had some opportunities at the world title, and but he was getting up there, but he became I don't remember much of what happened, but I think he was just being
he was just on Raw.
He was being difficult to work with in Impact Wrestling. That's why they weren't using him. He was just being difficult. I think he wanted to get fired because Scarlett, she wasn't signed with TNA, but they had an agreement to work these many days, and those days came up, it ended, and that's why he was being difficult, because she wasn't there.
Yeah. And
she was trying to go to NXT, and he was trying to go with her, blah, blah, blah. So he was trying to get released, I believe. And, and then Keith Lee, I hope he goes to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's the thing is, they should not burn bridges. That's the thing about any job, even our jobs. I will never burn a bridge, because you never know if they might recommend you somewhere. So I'm
well, if It depends. If this is going to be the line of work that you want to continue doing, then yes, you don't want to burn bridges.
Yeah, because then the next company's like, well, you might do the same to us. You might just,
Right.
So hopefully everybody finds work. Obviously, Keith Lee, I was most concerned about his health. That's why I was like, because he said like, oh, I was out because of like I was,
Yeah. But hopefully his health doesn't affect. It probably would, but hopefully it doesn't happen anytime soon, or it doesn't happen at all when he's in the ring.
Yeah.
But
God forbid.
yeah. But these are 3 people who I would love to see them in Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor's, they're shutting the doors for a bit.
A hiatus, yeah.
And AEW, I don't want to see them in AEW.
Everybody, too many
people there.
I mean, I'm surprised they're not gonna. Well, and like Impact releasing people, I'm like at some point. Well, AEW released people before, but not like recently. They had to like start bleeding.
Impact doesn't really release people like that. They just waited out till their contract is expired because their contracts goes from like the max is 3 years.
Yeah.
So they do contracts for 1 year, even a couple months or a few months. Sorry, like 6 months.
Yeah.
1 year, 2 years, and then 3 years is like their max contract. So, but like, yeah, they released Tommy Dreamer, which is understandable. Taylor Wilde, which was shocking to me.
Yeah, he just came back, right?
Yeah.
From retirement or something.
And I don't remember the third person they released.
Petey Williams.
No, he didn't.
No way.
No way. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't even know he was signed with them.
I thought he just showed up that one time.
Yeah, I thought he did a couple matches and that was it.
See, like this is like some people they release some like WWE. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, oh, good luck to them.
I didn't even know he was signed to them. I thought he, like you said, because they done that before, like just
one-off match. Yeah.
Yeah, one-off match, a couple matches. So I didn't even know he was signed. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so dope.
Hopefully everybody else finds work too, because some of the other names I had to look them up. I'm like, who's this? Like, what? I didn't know they were wrestling, or I saw one match. I'm like, yeah, no.
But Survivor Series is around the corner, man. Are you pretty excited about that? You want to read the lineups?
Yeah, man. Well, just recently they got rid of people on both sides. So, Team Raw, as of right now, is Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, and Bobby Lashley. Versus Team SmackDown is McIntyre, Woods, Happy Corgan, Jeff Hardy, and to be announced because they got rid of Dominic.
Dominic was on Raw.
Oh yeah, not Raw. Yeah, Bobby Lashley replaced.
Yeah,
who did they get rid of on SmackDown then?
Who was in the lineup?
Oh, it was Sami Zayn. They got rid of Sami Zayn.
Oh damn, why?
I don't know. He lost a match or something. It was like it was on SmackDown. But you know what's so funny though? Team Raw is actually Team SmackDown.
Yeah, I know.
Like, dude, you had
except for Bobby Lashley.
Except for Bobby. Well, it wasn't for Dominic.
What about SmackDown? SmackDown is just SmackDown, right?
SmackDown has Raw. It has formerly McIntyre, formerly
McIntyre,
Woods,
he was on
formerly
Raw.
Jeff Hardy.
Wasn't Woods on Raw?
Yeah, he was on Raw.
Oh, Big E was on SmackDown.
Yeah. So they flipped, and then the only one that was on SmackDown right now, besides the TBA, is Corbin.
Yeah.
And then for the women's side, Raw has Belair, Ripley, Morgan, Carmella, and Zelina. So, SmackDown? Besides Rhea Ripley? Yeah, because Bianca Belair was on SmackDown, Liv Morgan was on SmackDown, Carmella was on SmackDown, and Zelina was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So it's like, screw the former...
Screw Raw, basically.
And then the SmackDown is Sasha Banks, Baszler, Shotzi Blackheart, Natalia, and to be announced. They got rid of Aaliyah. She's a new girl.
Aaliyah?
She was on NXT, and then she went to Raw, and then she got drafted to SmackDown. And then right now it's Becky Lynch for Charlotte Flair, champion versus champion. That's gonna be interesting because they actually don't like each other at the moment.
They have heat with each other.
So they're probably telling them like, "Hey guys, do not go off the script."
I don't think. Do you think? Becky's professional.
Yeah, but Charlotte don't give a.
She don't give a damn.
Yeah,
Charlotte.
It's like I want to be in AEW with my husband. He's like doing whatever right now. I don't know what he's doing.
He's a mid card guy.
He's a mid card guy right now. He's gonna be a champion. And then Big E versus Roman Reigns, champion versus champion.
That's gonna be dope. Yeah. And especially what's going on. He's facing the New Day. Roman Reigns defeated Xavier Woods. But who do you think is gonna win for the men's team, Raw or SmackDown?
Raw.
Who do you think is going to be the last man standing?
Balor.
Who do you think is going to lose for the team?
For SmackDown?
Yeah. Well, obviously, if you're thinking Raw's going to win.
I think Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy's going to be the last guy?
Yeah.
All right. What about for the women's?
Raw.
Who do you think is going to get the W?
Balor.
Who's going to take the L?
Give me the SmackDown one again?
Yeah. Sasha. Shotzi. Natalya.
Shotzi.
All right. Becky or Charlotte?
Becky.
I was going to say, who do you think is going to take the L? But Big E or Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns. You know why, though? I chose Raw?
Why?
Because they want Raw to look strong.
Even though they look weak.
Even though they are weak, but they're like, you know what? We'll give them Survivor Series.
What was that one pay-per-view? Was it 2019 with the Raw one?
Winning everything? I'm like, really?
Was it Raw?
Yeah,
No,
Raw.
it was the one with the main event was Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. What year was that one?
Dang. 18?
Was it 18? Yeah, it was 18. That was the one when the pre-show, the Team SmackDown one.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be Raw. And then they said because they forgot to switch the ending on time.
Yeah.
The booker or whoever was supposed to tell them that saying, hey, we're switching, Team Raw's going over, but they forgot to say it. So they went with SmackDown. And they said that SmackDown doesn't count. But whatever.
Yeah, because they want Raw to look strong. Well, Raw still, for McMahon, is considered the A show, even though we know it's not.
Yeah, it's always been SmackDown.
Yeah. But then Raw right now, they're trying to make... Oh, I see. So I'm going to probably be right. And they obviously want to make Roman's look strong, so Roman's going to win. So everybody else is going to be Raw. And it's going to be SmackDown.
Or maybe SmackDown may win the whole thing. Because I don't recall SmackDown ever winning.
It won't really be Survivor Series if it's like one-sided, though. Like, what's the point of having it then?
I don't understand why they have to have it as a pay-per-view event. Like, don't get me wrong.
Keep Survivor Series, but don't keep it Raw SmackDown.
Right.
Make it like...
heel versus babyface.
Yeah.
It's just have it simple like that. We don't have to have... I mean, like, if you really... I mean, you could do Raw versus SmackDown, but not every match has to do. It has to be that way.
Be like Extreme Rules, just one match.
Yeah. Champion versus champion. Or, you know what would be cool if they did? All-Stars one. Like Ring of Honor used to do it. The All-Stars versus the champions.
Oh, wow.
You don't recall that one?
No.
Yeah, they have all their championships. So it'd be the World Television and the tag team. So it's a 8-man tag team match. Okay. Elimination tag team match. So basically a Survivor Series match.
Okay.
And against 4 All-Stars matches.
Well, I say rookies versus
they used to do that too.
Because then it'll be like you put the rookies over. Or you give them a chance.
Yeah, to see who belongs or don't. But anyways, all right, man. But not only about Survivor Series, it's also The Rock's 25th anniversary, even though he hasn't wrestled. But you know what? We're still gonna talk about it because he's the great one.
Yeah.
Because you want to do his. I want to hear you do his catchphrase. Do it. Come on, don't be shy. Just get close to the microphone.
Man. Let me see.
Do it. Which one are you gonna do?
Just bring it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That was weak.
Oh, yeah, I got that one.
Let me clear my throat. Had some nuts earlier. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, din, 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 din. We're gonna get sued. I hope not.
Yep. That's why I say all of it. I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Do we really get school? Sued. All right, man. We gotta talk about The Rock now. So,
Dude,
I don't even know what can
dude,
we
I was
talk about.
7. I was like 6 years old when he debuted. 7.
7. When was the first time you noticed like The Rock or like actually seen The Rock?
97 when he turned into when he went from Rocky Mafia to like The Rock. Like this when he came out, Nation Domination.
So you watched all that?
Oh yeah, I watched.
Okay.
1996 he debuted. So So I watched it since probably like the beginning then, because I was like at least 6 or 7 when I started watching wrestling. So
I noticed The Rock in 19, because I used to like rent. Was it 1999? Close to 2000. That's when I noticed The Rock. But like to me, I didn't really care for the. Not that I didn't care for The Rock. It was because in the main event, it was Triple H and Mick Foley.
yeah,
You know, that's like that's who I was like paying attention to because they were in the main event and stuff. But like I seen The Rock here and there, but he didn't really like. I didn't really care for him because I was more into the storyline on Mick Foley and Triple H. But then once The Rock won the Royal Rumble, and then he was trying to like push him up, because to me at that time The Rock was the rookie. You know, he was this young guy. He was the rookie to me, and trying to make it to the main event. And then eventually I found out like, oh, The Rock's been this big guy already. He was. So then I was like, missed
the whole night. Missed the late 90s, bro.
That's what Blockbuster came in handy. Then I went to Blockbuster and I saw like, oh, they had the tapes of the old pay-per-views and stuff.
Man, some people here weren't even born when Blockbuster. There's one left. There's one left.
Is there really?
Yeah, there's one left.
Oh yeah, there is.
So Blockbuster, guys, is where you guys used to go in person and physically please pray that a movie you wanted was still there or not damaged, because otherwise you would have to like find another movie and then you have to return it to this box slot. So instead of like, going on a streaming service, you have to physically go somewhere in person for it. So
good times. Friday nights were lit back then.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's how I used to rent. Like, I rented a lot, but I'm trying to remember what was the first. It was the King of the Ring.
Ooh.
I don't remember what year, but it was the year. Cold? Yeah, Stone Cold versus the McMahons was the main event.
99, 98?
Possibly 98.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, I don't think it was 90. The Rock. I know The Rock faced The Undertaker. I think it was for the WWE Championship. But I remember I rented that one and the Massacre one.
Saint Valentine's?
Yeah.
Saint Valentine's Massacre?
Right.
Wow.
So those are the two tapes that I rented, and that's when I found out like, oh, The Rock was a big star before all this. Like, okay, cool. I'm like way behind. So, because obviously at that time it was like brand new to me, thinking it was brand new in general, but nope, it was like already like 20 years legacy going on at that time. So I was like, all right, cool, I have to catch up. So, but yeah, The Rock, man, he was very like dope, cool ass superstar, and then he eventually became a movie star, man.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite Rock movies?
Ooh, I liked let's see, Walking Tall. I liked, oh man, there's so many movies now. Jumanji. I like all of them actually.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
What about the Fast and the Furious movies?
I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen any of the Fast and the Furious?
Like the older ones, like before, like when Paul Walker, like after Paul Walker died, I didn't watch any of them. So like I saw Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. I saw the third one, the fourth. I saw Fast. Probably at the 6 was the last one I watched, 6 or 7. Yeah, but I'm mostly like, Rampage. I saw that one. I thought that one was cool because I grew up with Rampage, the video game, guys, not the wrestling show.
Oh, Rampage
with Lizzie, and then what else? San Andreas. I watched. I thought it was legit. What's the other movie? Oh, Moana.
Yeah, Moana.
And I like his movies. I like overall. Oh, Scorpion King. That one was lit.
Yeah, I like Jumanji. The Fast and the Furious movies that he did. Moana's number one. I actually like the Game Plan. Do you remember that one? He was the football player.
Yeah, with a daughter.
He just realized he had a daughter, right? Skyscraper was pretty dope.
I never saw that one.
What was the other one? I'm trying to like think.
He just came out with a movie too on Netflix. Red Notice,
yeah. And then also Black Adams.
Black Adam's coming out. Yeah, actually.
Coming out next year.
Yeah. And then Central Intelligence, that one I liked.
The Wish one?
Central Intelligence.
Is that the one with Michael Scott in it?
That's the one with Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember.
Gridiron Gang with Exhibit.
I only watched, I watched a little bit of that.
The Mummy Returns. I like pretty much all his movies. I never seen Doom.
Baywatch was pretty cool.
I didn't see that one. What else? The Tooth Fairy.
I didn't really like that one. No? I only watched it just because.
Wow.
But
yeah, it's pretty much anything else. I mean, some other ones are. I think like there's some other movies I was like, oh, okay. Pain and Gain with Mark Wahlberg. That one was lit. He was Hercules too. Just like, oh well, Yeah, so I've seen some movies of him. So yeah, good lineup though. I could probably watch all those movies again. Besides a few of them.
What was your favorite era of The Rock?
Ooh, Hollywood. Rock.
Yeah, I like the.
I like the.
Too bad it was like a short run.
Dude, I love the part where he messed with Sacramento. Sacramento, I won't stay.
The Rock, and then he did.
I'll come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May.
Oh, he got a big boo.
That was like Kevin Owens Seattle reaction for that one.
Kevin Owens. No, it was
Elias and Kevin Owens. Yeah. That's how loud in Toronto too. When the Rock went to Toronto,
they booed the hell out of.
Dude, I love that. That was my.
Yeah, I really liked the Hollywood Rock version.
And then when he faced Goldberg, that was like, I love that. That was a great
match for Goldberg. That's a match that Goldberg doesn't really get a lot of credit for, but obviously The Rock made him look like $1 million.
Yeah.
That's what The Rock is like at his best. He knows how to make people look good.
Yeah. I mean, I like pretty much like the Attitude Era one too.
Right. The corporate or
the one where he's with like Matt. Well, he's a Rock and Sock Connection. Like he was a face.
Okay.
I like that era too. And then the one where he's mostly facing Stone Cold. So like pretty much Hollywood Rock would be like the top. Like that's like 2003? Yeah, 2003, 2004.
Oh yeah.
And in modern era, he's more like retired, so he's more like he comes out, beats blah blah blah, beats this and this,
What was I gonna say? But like, damn, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, a little bit about The Rock before we continue. Like, well, his real name is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The Rock Dwayne Johnson, baby.
He's actually part of the Anai family. So he's in the same family.
He's Samoan.
He's Samoan. Yeah. So he's part of he's in the same family as Roman Reigns, the Usos, Solo Sakai, Nia Jax, the Head Shrinkers, Rikishi. The list goes on and on. How many people are in that family? And his dad is Rocky Johnson. He's former professional wrestler as well. He actually, The Rock or Dwayne Johnson, actually played football at the University of Miami. Won a national championship in 1991. He wanted to go to the NFL, but he ended up going to the Canadian Football League where he got cut. And obviously, having connections in the wrestling business already with his family, he got into the wrestling business. He started training. And, this is The Rock we know and love today. He's a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. He's a 5-time Tag Team Champion, a 2000 Royal Rumble winner. How many times has he won a title? He's a 10-time World Champion.
2-time WCW.
2-time WCW.
8-time WWE.
Yeah. And then I think that 8's broken off into WWF, Undisputed, and he won the
WWE champion. Yeah.
So, and he's, outside of that, like we mentioned, he's been doing movies and shows. He's been shows like Ballers, The Young Rock. He just recently invested into the XFL. He just co-owned that now. So
has this show started running yet?
Which one? XFL? No, it's coming out. I think it's later this year. But yeah, he's been busy. He's been acting. He's been singing. He's been rapping. He's been so
face off.
Yeah,
The Rock has done it all.
Yeah, so The Rock or Dwayne Johnson has been, I'm a fan of his.
Same here. I'm more of a fan of his than Stone Cold Steve Austin, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love both, but I don't know. I guess it's because we see The Rock more.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah, and then
he's
Stone Cold Steve Austin, we don't see him as much. I don't understand why he can't come back here once in a while. You know, he does the Broken Skull sessions, but, you know, I don't understand why he can't be a GM or something.
Well, he did that already.
He could do it again, man.
Yeah.
If they need ratings, you know, Stone Cold Stunner or somebody. But anyways, today's about The Rock. Do you have any, like, great moments that made you, like, appreciate The Rock or something like that?
Yeah, This Is Your Life with Mankind and The Rock.
Really?
Dude,
everybody says that,
dude,
though.
what? It's amazing.
I liked it, but to me, it wasn't like a big, crazy deal, to be honest. Like, it was just like, to me. Like, I liked it, but I didn't watch it live at that time, you know?
Oh, yeah, me neither, but I think I did. Oh, I missed it, but I watched it I've been watching it on YouTube and stuff, so.
No. Yeah, nah, to me, it wasn't like, I guess maybe because everybody keeps saying, "Oh yeah, that's my favorite Rock moment."
So you just want to be like, "Nope, sorry guys, I don't like that."
Yeah, I could probably.
Just a hater.
I am a hater. I could be a hater. Maybe because I'm a John Cena fan.
Oh God. Oh, I love that. I love that when he's like talking to the kid, like,
oh yeah,
that was amazing. He was like, he was like, here's blow on this, and it was a John Cena jersey.
Jeez. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't remember too much about that,
dude.
I do remember. I do remember when he was wearing the hat and he was trying to like rap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that was fun. That was dope.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy that feud with him and Cena?
I liked it. It's just I don't like the fact that they say it's once in a lifetime, and then literally the next WrestleMania they're at it again. I'm like,
yeah,
come on, that would have kept it special, like that one time. Obviously, I'm glad they wrestled again, but like, I wish it wasn't a once in a lifetime. You know, that's why I was like, they're just doing it now just to like make money.
Okay, so let's just say they waited to WrestleMania 30. Would you be fine with that?
If they spread it out, yeah, I would have been great with that. But they did it right next to each other.
Yeah,
it was kind of like okay. If you did like, you know what, I'm coming back and like, I want who lost the first one? Cena.
If Cena lost.
If Cena came back and like a couple years later and let's say he came back like this past year like he did, and he won WrestleMania and he won, it would have been like, okay, I'll see you in 2 or 3 years. Like every other 2-3 years they'll fight each other. But like back to back, like what's the point of saying once in a lifetime if it's literally back to back? I mean, they didn't expect it probably. They're like,
no, they did.
Oh, they planned it out?
After Vince planned it out after that WrestleMania.
He's like, oh, you know what? We should probably do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Vince's call, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But overall of his feud, which one was who in your book, who's your top favorite feud with The Rock or The Rock's feud with somebody?
Oh, Stone Cold, man.
That's your number one?
Yeah, when they start throwing titles in the river with like back to back at each other, I would totally take that one any day. I could watch, man. I could go on like Peacock or whatever and just watch like that whole feud.
And then they had feuds even before their main event title pictures.
Yeah.
So they were like mid cards. Obviously, their main event feud was nothing. No, wait, it's the other way around. Their mid-card feud was nothing compared to their main event feud.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you could still go as far as back of getting to see them wrestle. And there's a huge difference how they wrestled in the mid-card picture to the main event picture.
Oh, yeah.
Their main event picture was like a fight.
Yeah.
They were always throwing punches at each other.
I like how Rock sold the Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh,
he literally would like.
I was gonna ask you that. Do you really enjoy that? Like, do you think it's a little too much?
At the time, I was like, "Oh my god, that's really strong." But now I look back, I'm like, "Okay, he like oversell."
You're overselling.
He's overselling. That's a term, guys, in wrestling. Oversell. Like it's too much sometimes. Like okay, you know, but he's like flipping over the place, and he's like.
I love how Ric Flair tries to do all that, the overselling. Yeah. It's like, no, dude, you can't even do it. No, but I will admit that when if it's like not in the match, and like say like The Rock, there's times like The Rock is like he just hit a rock body on somebody, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin's behind him and it stuns them. That's where I like the overselling.
Yes.
You know, but when he hit it in like actual, like, it's okay, they're actually wrestling, I thought it was like a little too much. But like, the thing is, here's the thing, what bothered me. I could be wrong on this, but when he hits the stunner on The Rock and The Rock does that overselling, he's close to the ring and he still ends up kicking out. Where it's like, why are you not using a rope break?
Yeah.
Like, I always thought that's why he was doing it, you know? Because some people do that. Like, they'll get hit with a move. They know what's going on. They roll over a little bit so that way they could be close to the rope to try it. Because they're like, oh, I'm too weak to kick out, but I could reach for the ropes.
Yeah.
So
The Rock will stay in the middle.
He'll get stunned in the middle of the ring, and he'll fly everywhere close to the ring, and he'll still end up kicking out. I don't recall him ever using the ropes to break the count.
Maybe a couple times, but yeah, I think
he's done it, but I don't recall him doing it for the stunner though.
Yeah, it's for effect. He like wants, like, oh, he's like
I do like that about The Rock. When he kicks out, he explodes.
He's like, oh,
like, especially for the near fall, where it's like 1, 2, 3, oh, explode.
Yeah,
you
just hear like microscopic, like,
he throws his arms out there. There's some people who are just like,
and so they're not The Rock, man. They're not main eventing.
They're trying to be.
They're like,
LA Knight, Eli Drake. I think he could be the next Rock if they push him in the right directions and let him be, But LA Knight sounds like The Rock.
Yeah.
He even been on the show with The Rock too.
Oh wow.
I don't remember which one. I think is there a show called Survivor? I don't even know if that's
Survivor.
I think so. I know there's a show, but I don't know if that's the show that The Rock and Eli Drake was in.
Okay.
But
yeah, I love that stuff.
The Rock, the people's champ, and The Rock has so many cool catchphrases too. What is it? Just bring it. When did he start using "Just bring it"?
I don't remember. Like 98, 99. Rudy Poo candy. Rudy Poo candy.
Rudy Poo. What the hell?
Rudy Poo. He's
Rudy
always.
Poo. Who the hell did he say that to?
I don't know. I always like the fact he messed with Lillian Garcia too. He's always like,
oh yeah, The Rock's
strudel.
Yeah. And then she's like, more than anything, Rock.
It's like, whoa, lady, whoa.
Oh, geez.
1-on-1 with the great one. Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
And then, who the hell is you? Who do you say that to? Booker T, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, that's when you Booker T debuted. That's when they're like burying WCW. Like, you don't know what Booker T is? What?
And then Jabroni.
Pie eating. Jabroni beating. Dude, there's so many great
Candy ass.
Yeah.
I love saying candy ass. At the time, that was the only swear word my mom let me use. Candy ass.
Like, what does that mean? Oh, you're sweet.
Because she thought it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
And then obviously the famous one. Which one would you say is the most famous? That you can't smell what The Rock is cooking? Or can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
And then it doesn't matter.
What was he cooking though? I think he said it recently.
Pie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or a can. Who said a can of whoop ass? That's Stone Cold, right?
Yeah, Stone Cold. Yeah.
If you smell la 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 what The Rock is cooking.
Dude, he's very charismatic.
What is your name?
I love
Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
I like the one where Mankind did it to him.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The Rock is like, my name is. It doesn't matter what your name is, and Mick Foley is like Foley. And then you see the Rock, he broke character. He started like smiling. He's like,
smile a little bit, yeah.
He's like, oh, you got me.
I remember there was an interview. I think Triple H's interview. He said that every time they did live shows and stuff, the Rock will always try to have the Undertaker break kayfabe. Like, try to have him smile or laugh or something.
Oh, my God.
Because, he's the dead man. He's this tough SOB and always, like, he's always in character. And when it came to live shows, The Rock always tried to break him. Mm-hmm. And he said that he did it once when he hit he hit somebody with the people's elbow. He did the people's elbow one time, and he said that was the one time that the Undertaker broke character. Like he started smiling and laughing, and like he tried to like cover his mouth and stuff like that. So very funny. And then that when Booker T tried to have the Undertaker do the spinneroonie.
Oh my god!
Like Vince McMahon, The Rock came out, Triple H was there. They were all trying to convince him to do the spinneroonie.
Yeah,
but
Undertaker is he's a very professional character. He's like, I'm not gonna break character for nobody.
Hell yeah. But The Rock and the Sock Connection, dope.
Dude,
is there any with the Rock and Sock Connection? Is there any tag team dream matches that you would like to see if it was possible till this day, or even like towards like I guess you could say 2010, because Mick Foley was still wrestling at that time.
Ooh,
I think he was still wrestling to 2011.
The Rock and Sock versus the Hardys.
Let's just go to 2011, and then dream matches after those years.
Hardys, Dudleys. Did they face the Dudleys?
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's
Edge and Christian.
Pretty sure they faced them. Yeah, they did.
Bullet Club? No, 2011.
I mean, if that's a dream match.
Yeah, it's a dream match. Dream match would be like the American Wolves.
Yeah. I would say, because at that time, so 2011, I would say for me, Beer Money.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my God, Beer Money. I would say Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope. The Rock, AJ Styles versus The Rock, that's a dream match.
Yeah, they could probably still do it too.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, true. Ooh, yeah, I hope so.
That'd be awesome. Like one more match.
One more match. Well, if he's going to have one more match, it's going to be Roman Reigns.
Yeah, his own cousin.
Yeah.
Usos.
The Usos, that's the dream match. But do you have any dream matches just for The Rock?
Well, he could still wrestle. That's the crazy part. He could still wrestle some of these people.
He could still wrestle. He just doesn't want to.
AJ Styles, for sure.
AJ Styles is like my number one dream match.
Number
two is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, well, he has to face him.
Yeah.
Who else? Ooh, any promotion?
Any promotion. Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
But yeah. Kenny Omega, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Trying to see. Samoa Joe.
Ooh, Nakamura. But I don't think their styles will mesh.
Cesaro? You know who I will? If as The Rock as who he is today, I could see him wrestle anybody. But if you're gonna say Shinsuke Nakamura, I would love the Hollywood Rock to face him, because Hollywood Rock, the build up would be great, because Hollywood, because he's stiff, right? He's strong style. The Rock will probably try to get away, because he's like, I'm Hollywood, I can't face somebody like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna hurt me. He's gonna,
I got a movie to go to.
Yeah. He's gonna try to find ways to get out of that match. So I feel like that would be a great storyline if Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Hollywood Rock. That'd be dope. And then Corporate Rock versus AJ Styles that'd be dope. Even Hollywood, because just hearing The Rock saying oh, you could be my stunt double kind of thing when you're doing all these flips.
Yeah.
So
seems fun, dude.
Yeah.
So many possibilities, man. But
so much possibility. Do you think? So obviously there is a high chance. Let's just say 60%. The Rock will come back and face Roman Reigns. They're saying it's gonna be not this year's, next year's WrestleMania 38. But they're trying to hold it off, because since it's night 1 and night 2, they're trying to hold it off until WrestleMania 39, which is gonna be in Los Angeles, Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood, yeah.
So,
ooh,
that's what I'm saying. Roman Reigns is gonna be world champion till then, man.
Wow.
Do you think? Let's say
long-term story. What is that?
Long-term storyline build up.
Yeah.
2 years of the making, 3 years of the making. Yeah. If let's just say it does happen, do you think Roman Reigns should go over, or do you think The Rock should go over?
If it's for the title, Roman Reigns, because The Rock, he's gonna probably hold it for a month and then leave again. So I'm like,
I mean, he probably won't. I mean, The Rock could retire as champion.
Yeah.
Because The Rock doesn't need the title, but the title needs The Rock.
Especially Universal Championship.
Yeah. Because the Universal Champion, you had Brock Lesnar, and I think Balor, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
Pretty good lineup, though, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, but current.
Yeah.
But like, I'm Goldberg. But like, if you're thinking about WWE in general, it's like there's nobody like Brock Lesnar is probably like the only big name. Obviously Roman Reigns, but he's current.
Yeah.
But like, if The Rock was Universal Champion, you know, I think the belt will mean a little bit more, even if he retires, because there's wrestlers who've done that. Like,
yeah,
I don't recall not that many in WWE, but Trish Stratus was one of them.
Trish Stratus, Gail Kim retired as Impact
but that
champion.
I don't recall any world champions retired. But The Rock, if anybody's gonna be able to do it, The Rock could do it.
Yeah, definitely could. I could see that.
And it's a good storyline because it's like, for Roman Reigns to try to get that title back, you know, like, oh, why was it even a title match? If The Rock's just gonna end up leaving, I should just be rewarded for the title and stuff like that. It'd be a good build up for his next challenger or try to get that title back. But I feel like it should be for the world title, and if it is, I think if the plan is for in 2 years, Rock versus Roman, I think Roman should have the title till then.
Wow.
I think he should beat The Rock. I think Roman Reigns should beat The Rock, and then in the end, shake hands, and then that way The Rock could just hit him with the rock bottom, and then, all right, bye guys, have a good night. You know, have the fans leave happy.
But it means Roman has to like be like, well, he has a lot of competitors already, but like he has to continue being.
Yeah, that's the issue. He has to
hold that.
He has to go through a lot of people. The thing is, if you have long-term storylines, he's able to. You know, Drew McIntyre is on SmackDown now, so it's like he could have a feud with him for 2 or 3 months. And there's Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura. Who else is on SmackDown?
Sami Zayn.
But he's a heel. And then if you want that great build-up, Roman Reigns has to be a heel all the way. Yeah. So, but that's the other thing. If The Rock beats Roman Reigns, are we gonna get a part 2? Like, it's like Roman Reigns needs to beat The Rock.
Yeah.
And because if he doesn't, it's like then there's gonna be a rematch, and it's like, why?
What if it happens at this WrestleMania coming up in Dallas?
It could happen.
I might go, man. I might go to the Saturday one. I'll go night one.
Night one, better make sure it has great matches. Night one for this year's WrestleMania was the best one, right?
Yeah, I think night one was better than night two. So I'm like, I'll take night one. Come back Sunday.
WrestleMania night 2 had better matchups.
Yeah,
right.
But night one delivered better because they're like, no, we got to destroy night 2.
Yeah, it delivered better. So, the great one, the people's champ. Yeah. Ooh. I really was, when I found out what happened, it kind of bummed me out, but there was supposed to be a feud with The Rock versus DDP.
Oh, wow.
Back in WCW, when the invasion started, you know how DDP came out, it was supposed to be him versus The Rock at SummerSlam. People's champ versus people's champ.
Oh, wow.
But they went with the Undertaker storyline, which was bad.
Yeah, bad for DDP for sure.
He said it worked out in the end for him because it made him be a better businessman.
Oh, wow.
But he would have been a top face for WCW. I mean, oh my gosh, WWE.
That's crazy, right?
And that's a match I don't think we ever seen. No. The Rock, I don't think we ever got that match, right? Not even like a single Raw or SmackDown.
I don't think so, no.
If they did face each other, it was probably a tag team match.
Yeah, DDP lost to Undertaker's ex-wife.
Yeah.
She literally just
pinned him with the rest in peace.
Yeah.
But jeez, how did we get here? Oh yeah, the great one. All right, let's go ahead and talk about The Rock's favorite matches. Oh jeez, or your Rock's favorite matches.
Moments and matches. I'll combine them. Yeah, so for me it was number 10, John Cena making fun of The Rock making fun of John Cena at their first encounter. Number 9, I would say The Rock versus Mankind halftime heat. That's a boiling room match, right? Boiling room match.
The Rock.
Rock versus Mankind. And they fought in an empty arena match.
It was just an empty arena match. The boiling match that he had was with Big Show and The Undertaker.
Yeah. After that, The Rock got doused by Stone Cold Steve Austin with beer. Remember when he Stone Cold and The Rock was just standing there? He's like,
oh yeah. I remember that one.
Number 7, The Rock returns in 2011 after 7 years being gone. Number 6 is The Rock for Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 17 for WWF Championship.
Give me one of the biggest WrestleMania
main events
ever. And it was a rematch.
Yeah. And number 5, I would say The Rock versus Hogan, WrestleMania 18, Icon versus Icon.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, The Rock mocks Toronto. I love that. Go watch that. It's a moment for sure. Number 3 is The Rock destroys Triple H in a promo. You remember that one?
Which one?
It's Triple H is like, who are you? I'm the world champion. I'm the people's champ.
I don't
Oh, dude, it was like, it's like, Brahma Bull, people's champ, and I'm something you're not. World heavyweight champion, you bleep.
I don't recall.
Dude, look, it's funny.
That one, wait.
That's like when The Rock was world heavyweight champion.
Really? I don't recall that one.
Dude, that's awesome. I would watch it.
I gotta check it out.
Number 2, The Rock, Hollywood Rock mocks Sacramento.
You have a lot of moments.
I know. Number 1 is This Is Your Life, Mankind and The Rock.
The Rock. See that one? You have a lot of moments.
Yeah, because
I can't really say what's my favorite Rock moment, to be honest. That's I can't really say one. I did enjoy the one when he had when he was in the ring with Hulk Hogan. I think this was in 2013 where they were building up their match for No Way Out. And The Rock was mocking him, and Hulk Hogan got mad, and The Rock got out of the ring. He was saying, "Hey, I was just messing around, entertaining, blah blah blah, no harms, blah blah blah." And then he had his hand out for a handshake, and Hogan was reaching for his hand, and then The Rock spits on him.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think that was the only moment where I'm like, "Oh damn, snap! You got him." But all those moments that you had. I honestly can't really think of one.
Oh wow!
That made it be like, oh damn. I can't really say do I have any favorite moments? Sure, but can I narrow it down to like numbers? Not really. I also like that moment where he had with Randy Orton when he came out. They were both in the ring, and The Rock was saying how I remember you when you were a kid. You were in the corner playing with your Barbie dolls and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And Randy's like, "No, that was my sister's." Stuff like that.
It's just a doll, bro.
Yeah. But I do have a lot of top 10's favorite matches, so I'm gonna give you my list. Do you even have favorite matches with The Rock?
Yeah, the WrestleMania with Stone Cold, the WrestleMania with Undertaker. No, the WrestleMania with not Undertaker, with Hogan.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I
forgot that you said your matches.
Yeah, I put them together.
Okay. All right. Well, my top favorite matches of the Great One, the Jabroni. No, what does he say? He doesn't. He calls people jabroni, right?
Yeah. What do you?
The jabroni. No, pie eating.
Jabroni beating.
Jabroni beating. There you go.
Yeah.
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? But anyways, number 10. Actually, these are not in orders, except for my top 2. Okay. I'll just give you my number 1. My number 1 is the Rock versus The Undertaker versus Kurt Angle, Vengeance, 2002.
Okay.
That one was that's my number 1 favorite because obviously The Rock got the W. They were both exchanging finishers. I love the beginning of the match when The Rock and Stone Cold were facing each other, face to face, and Kurt Angle was there, jumping around, "Hey guys, pay attention! I'm in this match too. Take me serious, please." And then the fact that they went almost 20 minutes.
Wow.
And The Rock hit Kurt Angle with the Rock Bottom. and The Undertaker broke the count, but obviously this was after the 3 count was made, and The Rock became the 7-time WWE champion. Well, WWE Undisputed Champion.
I love that belt.
And that's like by far my favorite world title, or title in general. That one was like, to me, was like a 5-star match. That was like a crazy. That's a WrestleMania match, to be honest. And the fact that it was like, yo, how can you stop having Vengeance? And Vengeance, look at the matches. Go back and see all those great matches that took place and main event. And it's hard to understand, except for the one when it was DX versus the Spirit Squad. That one was bogus. Yeah. But if you go based on the WWE title, it was Edge versus RVD, and that was like a classic match. And it was match of the night too. But it's like hard to believe of like, why would you even stop having this show? And Vengeance is a great rematch pay-per-view.
It's called Vengeance. Yeah. Literally, Vengeance. Here's my vengeance, because I lost last pay-per-view.
Or months ago or something like that. My number 2 is Hogan. It's The Rock versus Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Dude, like that match, I went back and watched it. And the reason, I was thinking of having this one as my number 1. Just because when, obviously at this time I became a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And I was also a fan of The Rock. I knew who Hulk Hogan was, the Hollywood Hogan. And I was also a fan of WCW a little bit, you know. I had the WCW video game, the NWO, the Vengeance. Ooh. I had all of them. Wow. But obviously, what was it, Vengeance? Revenge was like the best one, and then the WWE No Mercy. But people like from my mom, she knew like that match was happening, like The Rock versus Hogan.
Wow.
The fact that my mom knew that match was going on, it was like, to me, it's like that's the biggest match in history.
Yeah, because like, what? You know, tell me what I even watch wrestling.
Yeah, people, the fact that people knew who The Rock was, people who knew who Hulk Hogan was, they knew, but they don't watch wrestling. They knew that match was taking place. It's like, you two are the biggest stars in the world. And then eventually, my mom found out The Rock versus Cena. It's like, that's the second biggest match of the world. The fact that people that don't watch wrestling, and I heard it from other people too, like my teachers, they found out, like they knew who The Rock was, but they grew up watching Hulk Hogan. They even found out that The Rock and Hogan was gonna happen.
Wow.
It's like, how you exactly like the fact that people that don't watch wrestling or used to watch wrestling but knew that The Rock and Hulk Hogan was going to happen. It's like, you're the greatest match of all time.
Wow.
In my books. But obviously when the match happened, and the match it was great. It was great. It's like, to me, once again, it's a 5-star match, because it's like, we got what The Rock does. We got what Hogan does. You know? It wasn't no Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan match, because they don't do that kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was a dream match, and it like blew up the roof. I'm pretty sure they had a roof in that stadium.
Yeah.
But like, people were chanting for The Rock like crazy. You could really tell it was the guys chanting for Hogan, and then the females were chanting for The Rock. And it was a really great match, and but nothing compared to like the one The Rock had in Vengeance. But come on, you had Kurt Angle and The Undertaker in the same ring.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and obviously, of course, my other matches was Stone Cold, The Rock versus Stone Cold and Backlash '99.
Ooh, okay.
That one was way better than the one that they had at WrestleMania 15. And then obviously, Stone Cold versus The Rock, WrestleMania 17. The storyline and the build-up was better, but the match-wise, I enjoyed it, but I gotta give it to the one in Backlash. That's why it's Backlash. I would say it's number 3, and then the WrestleMania 17 is number 4. Okay. Don't get me wrong, that match was great, but it's like, I felt more at Backlash. Like, it felt more personal. It was personal.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 17, it was a little too much. Match-wise, it was a little too much because it was like, all there was about being WWE champion.
Yeah.
And Stone Cold, he wanted to be WWE champion, but The Rock, I almost said the F-bomb, but The Rock did Stone Cold so bogus. He took his title away. He threw him over the river. Shane McMahon screwed him. There was so much personal stuff going on, and that match felt right for the build-up, you know?
Yeah.
And then the video package for WrestleMania 17 was really dope.
Yeah.
So, but I felt like it was a little too much of... And then what ruined it for me was the ending. Stone Cold, Vince McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin shaking hands and the Joint Force. That ruined it for me.
Oh, wow.
You know, if it take that away, if Stone Cold would have stunned McMahon, then obviously I would flip those two around.
Wow.
So, all right, the other one was Triple H, The Rock versus Triple H at Backlash. I think this was 2000. So I don't understand why they didn't have a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. But
this match was great. It was really great. The Rock became WWE champion. Obviously, it was a short run, but that match was really great. And when he hit Triple H with the people's elbow and got the 3 count, that fans went crazy. And then after this, it's not really in order. So obviously, the other one is the Rock versus CM Punk Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
The Rock versus Cena WrestleMania 28. The Rock versus Eddie Guerrero on Raw.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
Wow. And also The Rock versus The Undertaker, No Way Out.
Okay.
2001, I believe. No, 2. So, yeah, 2002.
Good lineup.
So, hopefully that was my top 10. But yeah, if you smell what the great one is cooking. I always wish I could meet The Rock in person. That dude's like...
Well, he's around. You never know. We might meet him.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah, definitely.
But, all right. I guess, so the Rock's 25th anniversary, it was a little dull for this episode. I'm not going to lie. But yeah. I guess it's because it's like, we did it. It was just like, he's not around like that.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, we got to do it.
Yeah.
So maybe we do an episode to the Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Somebody who's current.
Yeah.
But I love The Rock, but I love lately, well, not lately, half of the past 10 years, he's been Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
So, even though that's his real name. This episode's The Rock. You okay, Ever?
He's been doing Johnson.
I've been doing Johnson? What'd I say?
He's been doing Johnson.
I wish I was.
What?
Hey, man. Millions is millions.
Yep.
Don't say you. Hey, you have a wedding coming up, man.
Right?
You do Johnson, too.
Wow, no.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Admit it.
No.
Yeah, you would. Everybody knows Ever will do a Johnson. Have you ever seen the Johnsons movie?
Which one?
I don't remember.
Meet the Johnsons?
Is it that one?
I think so.
That messed up movie? Have you seen it?
I don't remember it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I watched videos of people explaining to me that they seen it.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, before we go, listeners, check out our merch store on teespring.com. Search for New Entry Wrestling Podcast.
My foot fell asleep.
We got pretty cool shirts, face masks, posters, and more. Also follow us on Instagram at New Entry Wrestling Pod. And YouTube channel as well. We posted already like 3 videos. We interviewed Warrior Wrestling as well. So check that one out. And that's it for me. I don't know about you, man.
I'm done.
All right, then. All right, listeners. This will be it for this episode.
I swallow.
I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo-doo-doo.
Yay!